Ladies and gentlemen, a few days ago, Rigathi Gachagua posted something on his official Twitter handle. It was an advice to Rigathi Gachagua. And if you ask me, Rigathi Gachagua should actually take that advice seriously. This is what he posted. Dear Rigi G, first law of power, never outshine your master. You did this on inauguration day, and today you flew in a military plane to Kisumu wearing shades. Country loved it, but remember this from Arap Moi cookbook of politics. The presidency is a jealous institution. So basically, Mutahi Ngunyi was advising or reminding Rigathi Gachagua that you should never outshine the master. And that's exactly what Ruto did to Uhuru Kenyatta, and it's what caused the friction between Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Arap Ruto. And today, the deputy president attended a church service at State House. And I saw the way he introduced Musalia Mudavadi. If you ask me, William Ruto is going to work more with Musalia Mudavadi than Rigathi Gachagua. And I even did a video about William Ruto's preference to Musalia Mudavadi over Rigathi Gachagua. You can get that video. I'm going to share the link below. But that's not the topic for today. Our topic for today is about the Shamba system, which Rigathi Gachagua talked about yesterday.
Mambo ya msitu. Unajua hii msitu ni ya raia. Si nyinyi ndio mwenye kuchunga msitu? Si nyinyi mnachunga? Si msitu mmechunga miaka yote. Iko waziri alikuja hapo akafunga. Huwezi chukua hata matawi ya kupika. Matawi inaoza. Sijui watu wengine akili ilienda wapi. Pale msituni kulikuwa na shamba system. Wananchi wanapewa, wanalima mahindi, wanapalilia miti ikiwa kubwa wanaondoka. Mimi nasema hii serikali ni yenu. Tumetoa order wananchi wapewe nafasi walime msitu. Ndio tuongeze chakula kwa Kenya hii. Sasa iko haja gani kukataza watu kulima mahindi alafu tunaenda kutoa mahindi ng'ambo? Ni ujinga si ujinga? Ni ujinga si ujinga? Kwa hivyo tutatoa ratiba ambaye tutalima kwa msitu bila kuharibu miti, si ndio? Na uzuri ya miti na Mwenyezi Mungu alipanga. Ikishakuwa kubwa hata hakuna mtu anakuambia uondoke. Ili tatu, tuweke waziri mpya wa usalama ambaye anajua nini anafanya.
And that statement by Rigathi Gachagua has actually elicited a lot of reaction from Kenyan leaders. And personally, my reaction was simple. And this is what I posted. Let me just get what I posted on my, so that I don't just talk. On my Facebook page, I just posted, plan to grab forest land hatched. And by the time of doing this video, it had 134 comments and around 392 likes. That was my thought. And Miguna also responded to Rigathi Gachagua that Rigathi must avoid this kind of roadside declarations. Farming in forest is a very bad idea. But most people were also questioning whether Rigathi Gachagua just made that statement out of the blues. I noted that whatever Rigathi Gachagua was saying was actually scripted because he had a note where he was making reference. Remember, when Rigathi Gachagua faced off with Martha Karua, most people really celebrated Rigathi Gachagua for winning the war on Martha Karua. Later on, Dennis Itumbi revealed that indeed Rigathi Gachagua was coached. So the statement which Rigathi Gachagua made, in my view, was actually sanctioned by the presidency, maybe William Ruto himself. And even Boni Halwale, took on Rigathi Gachagua. This is what Boni Halwale said. I am the senator. I'm the senator of Kakamega, home to Kakamega Forest, the only remaining indigenous tropical rainforest outside the Congo of DRC and Amazon of Brazil. I would find it extremely difficult to disagree with Professor Wangari Maathai. And Wangari Maathai, he quoted what Wangari Maathai said, that the Shamba system has been abused as farmers have been allowed to turn large sections of indigenous forest into farmlands, destroying local biodiversity and greatly reducing the capacity of the forest to be effective water reservoirs. Now, but there's a gentleman, Ledama Olekina, who also took to his Twitter just to attack Rigathi Gachagua. Olekina, let me just get Olekina. Olekina is passionate about conservation of forest. And at some point, he initiated planting of trees on Mau Forest. And this is what Olekina is saying, that so this deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, is inviting Kenyans to go and invade Mount Kenya, Aberdares, and Nandi Forest. Shida tupu. When is the induction session for the deputy president on what he can and cannot do? My friend, you are not above the law. And he said so many things, including sharing a photo when he was planting 20 million seeds in Mau Forest. That's Olekina. But the statement which stood out and which formed the basis of this analysis is the one by Ahmednassir Abdulahi, senior counsel, one of William Ruto's close allies. And his statement actually shocked me. And the statement he made is similar to what I posted on my Facebook page, that the idea behind Shamba system is basically a strategy to grab land. This is what Ahmednassir is saying. Farming in gazetted forest is land grab. Allah Moise to Kanu, full stop. Now, this is one gentleman who's been supportive of William Ruto. He campaigned for William Ruto and he campaigned for Rigathi Gachagua. And saying that it's kind of Kanu Moi era, he knew so well by the time he was campaigning for these people that William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are actually Moi childrens. And I asked myself, why would he do this? So in this video, I want us to look into details about this Shamba system which Rigathi Gachagua is talking about. Before we do that, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let us get back to the main issue. For me, I think the first thing I'm getting about this strategy is that it is a scheme to grab forest land in this country. If you look at the history of land grabbing in this country, especially the forest, you talk of Ngong Forest, you talk of Mau Forest, and other forests, it started as a strategy to conserve the environment. The Moi family have a lot of tea plantation or tea estates along the Mau Forest. The reason they have that is because of this initial idea of forest conservation, allowing people to plant in forest. So it's easy, like when you allow people to start going into forest to plant crops, then with time they'll invade. You know, if people invaded Mau Forest without being allowed to farm, what will happen if you allow them now to just go and farm? So you'll do that, and as you do that, crooks will be going through those files and subdividing the lands. So personally, I think that the strategy is basically to grab forest lands in this country, and Kenyans must resist this. Rigathi Gachagua talked of people who are former ministers who are not thinking that the trees which fell down there, they could not even allow people to pick. You know, there's a way ecosystem operate. Those trees, those leaves, they fall down, they decompose, and that's what enables the forest to conserve water. So that's number two. William Ruto spoke passionately about climate change while in the US during the United Nations General Assembly. And when Rigathi Gachagua talked about this Shamba system, most people are like, why would Ruto talk of climate change passionately in the US while down here his deputy is talking a different language? And that's why I keep on reminding you that there was no way Rigathi Gachagua would have talked on this Shamba system without the approval of William Ruto. So for me, I think they want to send two signals, that William Ruto stands for this, Rigathi Gachagua stands for this, so they'll gauge the mood of the country, then they can decide to pursue. For William Ruto is going to pursue economic interest, because there are a lot of money which are normally released by UN for climate change. And the fact that he talked passionately about it in the assembly means they can consider Kenya as a beneficiary. So that what Rigathi is stated is going to create some conversation, and then, you know, the activist will take it up and the United Nations will notice, and then they'll say, okay, we don't need to do that. What we need is to conserve environment. How do we conserve environment? So we are pumping this money to conserve the forest. And number three, I also tend to think that it's basically just a populist statement. Rigathi Gachagua is a populist politician. He would just say things to please people. The hustlers who are there were being played. And lastly, maybe Rigathi Gachagua was just careless. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.